let's go on to 2025 now because we have got some predictions to make.
It's that time, Kim. These
I'm
are
nervous. I'm
I
nervous.
know, squeaky bum time. Dare we
Yes.
reveal them? So we have got for ATP and WTA, we've got our Slam sort of finalists and winners, our breakthrough player, who's going to be in our final eights, and with a year-end number one also predicted, and a wild card event that is going to happen as well. So let's start with the ATP, shall we?
How are we all feeling? Just a
Oh,
quick
my
temperature
word.
check. We didn't do this in as much detail last year. I will say to anyone listening that this does not mean we're going to predict the players we're about to say for the Australian Open to win. It's what we thought right now is what I've got on. But I mean,
before the draw, because we
yes,
haven't
we have not seen the draw.
yet.
We should make that clear.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go with each like Slam in turn, and we'll just do a quick round the room. So
Okay.
AO final, Joel,
Djokovic, Alcaraz.
who's winning?
Alcaraz.
Why don't you
Okay.
give us all of them, Joel? Do you want to do all your slams?
Okay.
All your slams? Okay,
I'll do all
all
the
your
slams. All right.
Yeah.
Djokovic, Alcaraz. Alcaraz winning Australian Open. French Open. Alcaraz, Zverev. And I've got Zverev winning.
Oh, Joel.
I'm sorry. Wimbledon final. Fritz versus Djokovic.
Mm-hmm.
Djokovic winning. I'm not even sure about that. I read that like a few hours ago, and I'm already not sure about that. And then US Open final, I've got Medvedev versus Sinner. Jannik Sinner winning.
Okay.
I understand how you feel because I've put some down and I'm like, no, I don't think this makes any sense. But
No bad ones there. You do love a bit of Fritz.
Good.
You do. So it's a shame Fritz will reach another final and not win, though. He's just such a big fan, though, Joel.
Yeah.
Well,
it's tough.
I'll do mine next, shall I? I've got for AO Medvedev against Sinner with Sinner
A
winning.
repeat.
So
okay.
that's happened before. Djokovic Sinner for the French Open final with Djokovic winning.
Wow.
And I've gone really big on Djokovic. For Wimbledon, I've got Djokovic Alcaraz for the third time in a row.
2 Grand Slam titles.
But I've got
Damn.
Djokovic winning. And I'm
Right.
just like, actually, why would he win this year when he's not won the last 2 years? Especially after having just supposedly won the French Open. But hey ho. US Open, I've got Alex de Minaur winning against Taylor Fritz. So I feel like ADM is going to step it up a notch. And then he'll go off and get married to Katie Coulter as a celebration. So
Okay.
yes.
So
Not sure
to
about those.
Djokovic. I mean, I've gone a bit rogue in other areas, I think, because
You've got rogue with your finalist for Australian Open, I
I
think.
have. I think that Casper Ruud is gonna.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
Pro Scandi.
I just think he had a great form heading out of Australian Open. I think he's had a proper training block. He's back in form, but he's not in form enough to beat Jannik Sinner. So I think Jannik Sinner is going to win the Australian Open. But then I have put something which I don't believe is going to happen. I think Casper Ruud is going to win the French Open, play Alcaraz in the final. Again, these are...
Casper Ruud, 2-time Grand Slam finalist in 2025.
He's done it before in one season, so why not do it again?
Okay.
Maybe not in one season, maybe consecutive seasons. Alcaraz, Djokovic, and I've actually put them both in bold for this, but I do think that Alcaraz is going to win that one. And then I've got Djokovic and Sinner making the US Open final with Sinner winning that one. So I've gone quite Scandi, but then I think probably not too rogue. There's only really one rogue winner there, which would be Casper at the French Open.
Yes. Well, we've kind of still gone for a similar cohort of players. It's no one sort of
Nothing too radical.
Riley Apelka's not featuring.
No.
Let's say that much. Okay, breakthrough player. Who have you got, Joel?
Well, it's funny you say Riley Apelka because
Can you break through at 27?
I am going to say Shang Yun Chung. I hope I'm saying that's right. He got to the semis in Hong Kong. Had a good season last year where he won his first ATP Tour title in Chengdu. I'm expecting a lot from him this season.
And Chris, who have you got?
Well, I mean, there are a few names that I was thinking about, but I have gone a little bit probably on the safe side with the 18-year-old winner of the Next Gen Finals. I'm sure I will say this wrong as normal, but Joao Fonseca? Is that how you say that? How are we going to say that?
That's right.
We're going
It
with
sounds like a winner on the Golden Swing.
that. It does. He's going to have a big, big year.
or the Estoril Open?
Oh, for sure.
I've gone for Jakub Mensik.
Has he not broken through, Kim?
Well,
Kim, what are we defining as breakthrough?
Well, I was defining sort of, getting to the latter stages of a slam.
A semi-final, you might give him.
Okay.
Reaching, maybe like top
15.
Because he's 48 at the moment. Well, as his career high. But, he has, over the course of last year, he broke into top 100, top 50. So, I don't know. For me, breakthrough is getting a little bit higher up. So I went for him. I hope that's allowed.
We allow that.
Okay, so final 8 now. Who have we got in our final 8s for end of 2025? Joel?
Sinner, Alcaraz, Zverev, Medvedev, Djokovic, Fritz, Alex de Minaur, and this is rogue because it feels like he's injured at the moment, Jack Draper.
Ooh, possibly wishful thinking, but let's hope it comes true. Chris?
I actually am just checking. I think I've done almost exactly the same, except I don't think Djokovic is going to play it, even if he does qualify. But I do think that Casper Ruud will qualify. Apart from that, I think I'm exactly the same as you, Joel.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've just gone rogue then. Not that rogue, but I've gone Sinner, Alcaraz, Zverev. So we've got our top 3 the same. Fritz, Djokovic, Medvedev, Rublev, and Fee. So I've put Rublev in there still.
No one said Tsitsipas.
No, he's
He's
gone. He's gone.
But
Runa?
Feast is your breakthrough there. I quite like that. Runa, no one's gone for Holger. I mean, we are quite similar though, so I think we're kind of splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, mine don't really make consistent sense. I've put Alex de Minaur to win the US Open, but he's not in my final 8, which probably would happen.
Kim,
so I'm just going covering all bases.
That is an omission. You qualify anyway, so he's withdrawing, right?
Yeah. So I do have. We've all got the Jannik Sinner as our year-end number 1, and last but not least, our wild card moment. What is going to happen? That's very, very rogue for the season.
I mean,
we've had some fun with this section. I have gone with Carlos Alcaraz to do a Djokovic and bring Nadal into his player box this season.
Ooh,
I'd love to see that.
That would be fun.
I mean, I've gone one better. I've gone Rafa to come out of retirement and win the French Open without dropping
Kim,
a
come
set.
on, be serious. Be serious.
Okay, so everyone is doing a Rafa wild card. I actually went for Nick Kyrgios is going to take out Jannik Sinner at Wimbledon.
Oh, that would be tasty.
Drama.
That would be very tasty.
Yes, that's going to happen.
Strange.
I think draw most likely
to make that happen.
That's most likely to happen, I think, out of the 3. So I'm quite confident on that one.
And right, we need to do all this again for the WTA.
Bear with us, everyone.
Bear with. Chris, I'm going to come to you first. Who have you got in your Grand Slam finals and who's winning them?
Well, sort of spurred on by Coco's great start to the year, I think she's going to win the Australian Open and she's going to defeat Sabalenka in the final. It's going to be 3 sets. You didn't ask me for that, but I'm telling you. Then I have Zheng versus Swiatek in the final of the French, and I believe it's going to be a Zheng win. I think it's going to be a tricky season for Iga. Then you have to go with the Czechs. I've gone Mukova versus Rybakina. The Czechs dominate Wimbledon, and Mukova is too good a player not to get a slam, I think. So I can see Rybakina winning it, but with all the drama with her coach, I really don't know what's going to happen or how fit she'll be. And the US Open, we're going to get Sabalenka Swiatek, and Sabalenka is going to win another hardcourt slam. So I actually, looking back at them, I can see most of them happening in some form. Yeah. I'm not too embarrassed by that selection.
No, I think they all sound very sensible to me.
Thanks, Kim.
I've not gone too dissimilar, I think. I've gone for AO. Gauff beating Mira Andreeva in the final.
That's quite rogue already.
I mean, that is rogue.
Well, Andreeva has been...
Same winner.
She's, I've gone Gauff Swiatek in the final of the French, but with Swiatek to come out on top. So I'm really going Gauff, for the first half of the year. She's going to have a great season. Wimbledon, I've also gone Mukova, but defeating Emma Navarro in the final.
Oh, I can't see that.
You love Emma Navarro.
The US Open, I've gone for Sabalenka Zheng, with Sabalenka winning.
Not Samsonova? No Samsonova there for you?
No, not this year.
No Paulini?
No, I don't know if she's going to be able to replicate the consistency.
Well, I don't think that about Navarro, Kim.
Okay, well, we'll have to see, Joel. Tell us who you've got.
Someone's got to be in the final.
Okay, I'm going Sabalenka Gauff like Chris, but I'm going Sabalenka to win.
Of course you are. Always the number one.
Easy. Yeah. Swiatek Osaka, French Open final. They had such a good match.
She almost beat her last year.
They had such a good match
round 2,
last
wasn't it?
year.
Yeah.
I know. It's probably not going to happen, but Swiatek Osaka, I've got Swiatek as my French Open champion. I think Sabalenka's going to win Wimbledon.
That's a good bet.
Too good. She's too good not to at least win it in her career, and I think it could happen this year. So I've got Sabalenka, Rybakina in that final. Sabalenka as champion. And then I have to be involved in the Mukova love-in, but I've gone Mukova at the US Open as my champion against Coco Gauff. So yeah, I think Mukova.
Wow, so we've
US
all
Open.
gone for this is a Mukova Stan podcast, everybody.
We love Mukova.
We love the
We
variety.
do. Absolutely. Okay, so who have you got as your breakthrough star of the WTA tour this year? Chris?
I was tossing up between a couple of people, but I'm going to go for Marina Stikusic. I want to say that right. I mean, we should have picked easier names or ones we're more familiar with, but Canadian player who I think has a lot of potential. She's been very helpful in Billie Jean King Cup previously, and I just think this is going to be a big year for her. So she's my pick.
Nice. I went British. I went for Sonny Cartel because I just thought, she did get that title at the end of last season, but this is going to be the year to really get her up there. So, fingers
It's a good
crossed.
one. Back the Brits.
Joel?
I've gone for an American, Robin Montgomery. She won the US Open Juniors in 2021, singles and doubles. She reached the quarterfinals in Washington last year. She got to the semis this week, I believe, can I remember?
Auckland. She went out to Naomi Osaka.
That's the one. Yeah. So I think she's ready to have a decent season. So got one eye on her to see how she goes in the rankings.
Nice. And who are our final 8 then? Chris?
Well, I haven't gone anything like particularly different. Also, I got that wrong, by the way. She lost to Towson. That was just, I definitely think that we did talk about the result for Naomi, but not on that now. Sabalenka, Gauff, Swiatek, Zhang, Rybakina, Paulini, Schneider, and Pegula.
Oh yeah, Schneider, can see that. I went slightly different. I went Gauff, Sabalenka, Swiatek, Zhang. So kind of got the same 4, but in slightly different order. Navarro, who I'm backing.
Navarro.
I know. Pegula, who still clings on.
I didn't put Mukova. I did the same thing you did. I forgot Mukova. She got injured.
Yes, so that's why.
Yeah. It feels like that's possible.
It is, yeah. Joel?
I've gone Swiatek, Sabalenka, Gauff, Zhang, Rybakina, JPEG, Osaka, and Svitolina.
Oh, dreamland.
That is
Svitolina.
dreamland.
Wow.
Roll back the clock.
Osaka.
Maybe like a few years ago, yeah.
So our year-end number ones are all slightly different. I think I've got Gauff. Chris has got Sabalenka.
Well, I should have said
Joel's
Mukova to be number 1
Swiatek.
and not make that final 8. That would have been particularly punchy, but I did go Sabalenka.
I think we're in for a year of Sabalenka dominance.
Do you think? Okay, what's going to be the wild card event then? What's happening in your wild
Serena
card
is coming out of
world?
retirement. Anyone go that brave?
Well, she never retired though. She only evolved.
Yes. She can always
away.
evolve back, yeah.
Yeah.
Venus
I
may
said
be retiring.
Oh gosh, I said Katie Ball to Wimbledon semi-final.
Oh, that's a good
Wouldn't that be
one.
something. Mm.
What, channeling her inner Joe Conter?
Yeah. She's going to lose to Navarro in that semi. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have gone Paula Badosa back into the top 10 at some point in the
that
season.
big enough, Joel?
Is that wild? She's not far off.
Isn't she ranked at 12 at the moment? With no
Is
points
she?
to defend.
Is
Yeah,
she?
she is. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Wait, Joel, TBC, but I will come in with a big one. I think Dana Schneider might be a wild card. He might win a slam. I think I don't necessarily back all of my predictions, but if there's one rogue person that I think might do it, I do think it's going to be her. I think she's got the grit for it.
No, I can see that. I think that's quite a astute prediction. So yeah, listeners, let us know what you thought. Of all our
Yes, who do you
predictions.
agree with? We always love that section.
Have a bit of a laugh. Is there anything you think is completely out there or anything you think, I think that could totally happen? Let us know on our socials.